I'm ready.
Silva Injury Law right here. Michael Silva. We know another Michael Silva. Are you into fantasy football at all?
I love fantasy football. Absolutely. My team did awful this year, but I love it.
Mine too. Well, welcome in. All right, you're obviously an attorney. Thanks for joining us. We love having you guys on. Talk a little bit about your world. Tell us a little bit about your law firm first. A little bit about your background.
Yes. So again, I have a personal injury law firm. I mostly serve out of the Central Valley. So our headquarters is in Turlock, Modesto, Merced, and then we also have a branch in Monterey.
Nice.
Basically, the community that we cater to is usually people injured in car accident cases, also premise liability cases. So if they slip and fall like this puddle here, you got to be a little bit careful.
Right. You're always looking.
Points out all
the
the
attorneys come on the show, they're like, okay, let me tell you a little something. Okay, just a little water. Right.
And then dog bite cases also, we represent people in those, and then also sexual assault victims.
Okay.
We've been doing that for the past 5 years in my practice, and continue to serve the community doing those things.
Okay. All right. I get injured. Maybe it's somebody else's fault. What do I do?
Right.
From there.
I think the biggest part, especially car accident, most of the cases that we get calls on are car accidents. And what people tend to forget, because you get in a car accident, you're stunned, you're confused, you're in shock, is first and foremost, call the police. Especially if you're injured. Sometimes people don't know they're injured right away.
Yeah, that's
They're in
true.
shock and they don't feel it till the next day. Make sure you exchange insurance information with the other driver. If the police don't come out to the scene, sometimes they don't.
Right.
Try to get them to come out to the scene because they can document everything that occurred. Also, get yourself checked out by a doctor. Again, most people, they won't even feel it until the next day, but you could have something seriously wrong with you not getting checked out. It's going to be potentially even worse in the long run if you don't get checked out right away by a medical
And you run a
professional.
full spectrum of services, obviously, that your clients are going to need. Is getting some medical attention, medical support, one of the steps you help people with?
Oh, absolutely. So we have medical providers that we work with in all the areas that we serve.
Okay.
So we can help people because a big deterrent for a lot of people is, I can't afford the copays, I can't afford the medical expenditures. Well, we have medical providers in every specialty we send our clients to go get the care they need.
And do you always, I think you may have just touched on it there too, but if you're in the accident, do you always want to get an attorney? Like always think about calling you?
Most of these all these consultations should be free. It's never a bad idea to call a lawyer, explain what happened, especially if you went to the hospital or you got medical care. It's probably going to push you out of the realm of small claims court where you can handle things yourself.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea to just run it through with an experienced injury lawyer to see what your options are.
All right, so there's a lot of parts of this that people are probably afraid of. That's what you're here for. One of those things, because we've all watched television way too much.
Too much.
I don't want to be in front of a jury. I don't want to testify. What do you tell the people then?
Most of these cases never get close to being getting that far. I would say 7 out of 10 cases settle without a lawsuit being filed, and the 3 out of 10 that actually do get filed, a tiny little percentage of those make it actually to a jury. They usually settle out.
Okay.
Wow. Are there? I know you do a whole array of different cases and things like that. Are there any more that you kind of I guess more specific than others?
Car accidents tend to be what we mostly get calls on.
Okay.
Dog bite cases is what I especially have a passion in. I love our pooches.
Is there a lot? There's a lot of dog bites out there, huh?
There is,
Wow.
and I never blame the dog.
Yeah.
Usually it's our responsibility to make sure they're properly restrained, but those tend to be a little bit trickier. And those are the ones when they do happen, they're usually pretty catastrophic. So dog bite cases, you get bitten by a dog, it doesn't matter if it's on someone's property or if it's at the park.
Yeah.
Always call a lawyer
Wow.
on those. Given the fact that you can get really badly hurt on
Sure.
those cases.
Well, it's great to know that there's
Definitely.
someone like you who's willing to take time. Obviously, these cases are very difficult. Oftentimes, people injured and whatnot, and you're there to receive that phone call and be ready to help them. So we appreciate that.
Thank you.
How about a little info? Let's put it up right here. There it is. There, Silva Injury Law. Not that Mike Silva, the other Mike Silva.
Well, I was going to
The
ask him
original
about
Mike
the game coming up.
OG
Oh, it's
Mike
the other
Silva
guy. It's
right
the other
here.
one, yeah.
Turlock Branch. You see all the information there. SilvaInjuryLaw.com.